They came in hundreds, dark shapes moving under the Texas moon, shadows with tusks that ripped through fences and tore up fields like plows of destruction. The still night air would break with the sound of grunts and the crunch of corn stalks, leaving behind a landscape that looked like a war zone by sunrise. For generations, Texas farmers have battled droughts, storms, and market crashes, but none of those come close to the devastation caused by one unstoppable force: wild boars. Each year, these feral invaders cause an estimated $2.5 billion in damage across the United States, and Texas sits right at the heart of the crisis. Farmers wake up to find acres of corn, sorghum, and wheat flattened overnight. Their fences are torn apart, their livestock chased or injured, and their irrigation lines ripped from the ground. A herd of 300 wild hogs can wipe out months of hard labor in just a few hours, leaving behind craters of uprooted soil and broken dreams. These animals aren't small either. A full-grown boar can weigh over 300 pounds and charge at speeds nearing 30 miles per hour. They travel in massive family groups called sounders, sometimes numbering 50 or more. In Texas, several sounders often merge into super herds that move like a living bulldozer across the plains. Once they set their sights on a farm, there's almost nothing that can stop them. Farmers describe the invasion as a slow-moving disaster, one that returns night after night with terrifying precision. For years it seemed like the animals were winning. Farmers tried everything: guns, dogs, poisons, traps, but nothing could keep up with the boar's explosive breeding rate. Kill 10 today and 20 more show up next week. Skilled hunters would spend hours tracking and shooting, yet by the next season populations doubled. Packs of hunting dogs were unleashed, but many were injured when the boars fought back, slashing with tusks sharp enough to rip through hide and muscle. Poison bait sparked outrage from environmental groups, who warned that toxic chemicals could harm deer, birds, or even livestock. Standard traps caught a few hogs at a time, but the rest quickly learned to avoid them. It was as if the boars were adapting, outsmarting humans with every failed attempt. That's when Texas farmers changed tactics. If the problem couldn't be solved one by one, they decided to trap the enemy by the hundreds. Across the countryside, massive steel pens, some 30 feet wide, were built with high-tech remote gates. Farmers scattered corn bait inside and watched through hidden trail cameras. Once every hog in a sounder was inside, a single tap on a phone screen dropped the gate shut with a thunderous clang. Instead of catching 2 or 3 animals, these smart traps could capture entire herds in one go. The results were staggering. In counties like Hill, McCulloch, and Caldwell, farmers wiped out entire sounders overnight. But even that wasn't enough. The battle escalated beyond the ground. Helicopter hunts soon became a symbol of Texas resilience. Farmers teaming up with pilots, sweeping across ranch lands with gunners using military-grade precision. From the sky, they spotted herds moving across the brush and took them down before they reached cropland. In a single weekend, dozens, sometimes hundreds, could be removed. Technology only made the fight more sophisticated. Drones equipped with thermal cameras scouted fields at night, turning the dark landscape into a glowing battlefield of heat signatures. With real-time feeds on their phones, farmers could see herds long before they caused damage. Some ranches went even further, embedding ground sensors along fences to detect movement. When a herd crossed into private land, alerts were sent instantly, allowing farmers to mobilize hunters within minutes. It was no longer just a fight between man and beast, it was technology versus nature. Communities began to unite. Farmers who once fought alone started forming cooperatives, pooling resources to afford larger traps, helicopters, and coordinated night hunts. The results began to show. Cornfields started to recover. Cattle grazed peacefully again. The once nightly chaos quieted down. Many described it not as victory but as survival. For small-town economies already struggling, the wild boar invasion had become more than an agricultural issue. It was a financial emergency. Every hog destroyed meant thousands of dollars saved, and every recovered acre represented hope for the next planting season. But this war came with controversy. Animal rights groups criticized aerial hunts as inhumane and accused farmers of cruel practices when entire herds were trapped. Some environmentalists argued that total eradication could disrupt ecosystems and affect other wildlife species. Farmers countered that the alternative was losing everything: their crops, their livestock, and their livelihoods. When destruction costs millions and recovery takes years, the choice between compassion and survival isn't always simple. Even with all the high-tech warfare and relentless hunts, scientists warn that the fight may never truly end. Feral hogs reproduce at astonishing rates, with females birthing up to a dozen piglets twice a year. Even after massive eradication efforts, populations can rebound within just a few years. They adapt, learn, and return, smarter and stronger each time. For many in Texas, this isn't a temporary fight. It's a lifelong struggle that demands cooperation, innovation, and grit. Today the fields are quieter. For now, the fences stand, the irrigation runs, and the crops grow again. But every rancher knows that peace is temporary. Somewhere beyond the tree line, a new herd is gathering, hundreds of wild boars moving under the night sky, preparing to strike again. The war between man and beast continues, a battle that defines not only the land but the spirit of those who work it. They came in hundreds, tearing through farms, terrorizing livestock, and leaving chaos in their wake. But Texas didn't surrender. From smart traps to helicopters, from drones to dirt road hunters, the state fought back with every tool at its disposal. It's a story of resilience, of rural America refusing to be overrun. Because in Texas when the wild boars come, you don't just run, you fight back.